Hey guys, it's Matt Light with another episode of the Matt Light Podcast. Today's episode is episode number 39. That's right. Can you name number 39 for the Pittsburgh Steelers at any point?
That running back?
Fast Willie Parker. Right now, who is it?
Right now,
Minka
I have no idea.
Fitzpatrick.
Oh, I should know that one.
And baseball, who should be in the Hall of Fame, but he's not for some weird reason. Pittsburgh Pirates, Dave Parker. Two Parkers. Look at that. Willie Parker, Dave Parker.
That's a weird one.
Wow.
Wow.
Sarah Jessica Parker can play for the Penguins. She'd be number 39. Is that how old she? No, she's going to be way older.
I have no idea. Oh, yeah, she's older than that.
Yeah, right?
I'm 39. She's older than me.
She was a first crush for me.
Oh, hardcore.
But then she got old, and you're like, wow, man.
I don't know. I was really into
Buffy,
and then she made that movie.
Cruel Intentions?
Naughty. Yeah, and I was like, I love that.
She was hot.
Super hot.
That was the first little bit of incest we got.
Yeah, that was before all porn turned that way now.
Yeah.
What's
Do
up
you
with
think
that?
they started it?
Yeah, you know what? To be honest, that is a hard push in my memory of sexual activities. That was, and it didn't even hit me at first. It was kind of like afterwards going like, wait a second. They're kind of playing and dabbing with the little...
they were stepbrother,
sin.
right? They were step.
They were step.
They weren't half. They were step,
They were step.
right?
Right.
Great movie.
Yeah, great movie, by the way. Some good drugs in that movie. It's a good drug movie.
Who was your first celebrity crush?
Probably the mouse from Rescue Rangers. You know the song, right, though? Do you know the mouse? Come on, that little mouse was cute. You mean human crush? Oh, not as a joke. Probably the girl from Boy Meets World. What's her name? You're still stuck on the mouse?
It's Topanga Lawrence.
Topanga Lawrence, yeah.
You wanted to fuck a
Hottie.
mouse.
No, I didn't want to fuck the mouse. I don't think I knew what fucking was at the time.
Come on, everybody fucks. Why? So you looked at a mouse. Okay, to be fair, Lola Bunny was hot.
Yeah, see, you're on the same page.
But she had tits.
She was like, she had like a tight like work suit on, so it looked like maybe she had something there. Listen,
I think it's because you have a baby dick.
So this is, first of all, no baby dick. Second of all, they did like a new movie with them, and it's like it's like Roger Rabbit. It's like half animated, half real, and the mouse grows up and marries and has kids with
a boy.
The Fly.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know what we're talking about.
You don't even know what we're talking about. It's so super weird.
Wow.
Yeah. So it gets super weird. So that's our good intro. There you go. Little.
Yeah. What has been
bestiality?
Glad we're back. You wonder why nobody fucking listens to this.
People listen when
3 minutes into the podcast.
When you share the show.
Dustin's like, I wanted to finger a mouse when I was a kid. Like, I hate you. What's wrong with you?
So Topanga, pretty much a hottie, right?
No. I guess. Christina Ricci was and still is. Dude, I watched Yellow Jackets, and she plays a psycho with curly blonde hair, and she's still so hot. I love her so much. I went to Atlantic City about a month and a half ago, and I think we talked about this trip. What I didn't tell you is that the week before, she was at the casino that we were staying at to do promo.
Oh.
And I missed my celebrity crush by a week.
Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah,
you think it was going to make it happen? Was like something, you guess you never know.
I've always, you know what celebrity I always thought I was going to date? Like, I was convinced as long as she met me, I would date her. Demi Lovato.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Well, yeah, which is my type, but not now, because I don't know what she identifies as.
I don't think she knows.
I don't know what she's into, but back when she was like normal, I was like, I thought I had a chance with Demi Lovato.
I think you have a chance with celebrities.
You think so?
Yeah, it's just you got to have, just getting to that conversation, I think, is half the battle.
Well, you have to have, I feel like the way to date a celebrity, you got to get on that Raya. Raya is Tinder for like celebrities. But I know a lot of like weird fat people that have it, and they're not celebrities.
I think you just have to have a level of prestigiousness that you can have a conversation almost by yourself with that person. Like, you actually have to meet that person.
Yeah.
And being just a regular slub, it doesn't work. It doesn't, you know what I mean? You need to at least get to that point.
What celebrity do you see me dating?
If you could actually talk to someone, I'm sure you could pretty much date anyone that's relatively single. That would, you know.
That's so nice of
Yeah.
you.
Well, it's because you would just be like, oh, this guy's cool. You know what I mean? Same thing with, I don't want to put you in the same rope as Pete Davidson, but like.
Right, because I'm actually a comedian.
Yeah.
Right. No, I know.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. He's a good actor, though. I will say,
a great
I think he's a really good actor.
He's a great actor.
And I have sympathy for him, and I like that he is very open about his depression and things like that. I feel like I could see you dating a mouse. Just dating a mouse, fucking a mouse. Just, would you put your mouse on a leash if you were banging it?
No, like, I don't want to have sex with a mouse. I just had like a crush because.
So if you met this mouse when you were a kid, and she was
yeah.
like, let's
Okay,
make out,
okay. Mm-hmm.
You want to make out with the mouse?
That might not. She was very human-like when I was a kid.
What does that mean? It talked?
It does talk. Have you not seen Rescue Rangers?
No, dude, my parents didn't give a fuck about me. I don't know what cartoons are. I watched Beavis and Butthead, dude. Like, I remember, like, the first cartoon I remember watching, I'm not even kidding, was, like, Beavis and Butthead.
I believe that.
And it was during, like, intermission, during halftime at the Super Bowl. My cousin let me watch it. And the whole time I'm just, like, laughing because they're like, shut up, asswipe. And I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Here's my first experience of Beavis and Butthead. I was probably watching Rescue Rangers, and then my neighbor, for some reason, told me to come over, who was like 4 or 5 years older than me. Mm-hmm. And I walked into the room they were watching TV, and they were watching Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
And it went to a music video where tits fell out for like a frame, and they paused it and started licking the television.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, they did the cleavage thing.
I don't remember. I just remember just being like blown away from these two older dudes licking the television, and I was like, "What is happening?"
Beavis and Butthead was the best show ever. It was a good show. I'm gonna pretend like I don't know that the live stream's not working.
Yeah,
right
just
now.
give me 1 second. It's probably not, but I just want to make sure that we're still recording, and I'll put it up later.
Okay, because we can edit.
Yeah, we can. What were we talking about, Matt?
I don't know. Who cares?
I know, right?
We'll just whatever.
Right?
We had a technical thing, and whatever we were talking about, it wasn't going anywhere.
It was okay. I was
fine.
interested.
Yeah, you fuck mouses.
My God,
That's where we'll
let
leave
it
off
go.
at. You know what you can do? You can just go the beep. We'll be right back
for a straight minute.
Yeah, and then be like, oh, and we're back. We don't know what happened, but Dustin fucks mouses.
For all I know, I'd cut this up and it would have 50,000 views because I don't know what works anymore.
It's just all Steelers related stuff.
Well, yeah, it's just hot take stuff.
Yeah.
Give me a quick hot take on Taylor Swift. Go.
She's cool.
Okay, and thank you.
No, do you want to know like what I think about Taylor Swift? And I want to be honest.
Sure.
I'm so tired of people getting upset about Taylor Swift when she came to Pittsburgh and did 2 shows. Mm-hmm. And she broke the record for both nights. And people were like, they need to get these Swifties out of here. What is wrong with Taylor Swift fans? They're like kids.
I know.
Like they make Lisa Frank bracelets with beads and shit. They hand them out. They dress up in sequin. You know, they all look like fucking little disco balls of happiness. Like, and they're all singing. And listen, that girl did like 3.5 hours. I've never been to a concert where my favorite band has done 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, she's getting all these billions of. She fucking deserves it, dude. Like, all these idiots that are mad. I said something on Twitter, and here's my hot take. Ready? If the Pittsburgh Steelers had the same fans at Heinz Field that Taylor Swift had over the weekend, we wouldn't lose a fucking home game.
That is so true. It wouldn't be possible.
75,000 Swifties. It's third down. Right? You could hear that concert from Mount Washington clear as day.
Clear as day.
Right?
Clear as the whole city was watching that concert.
I go to a Steelers game, and all these old season ticket holder dickheads leave at halftime. They go to the game. Hey, how are the kids? Good. Oh, that's cool. Cool. Hey, what do you guys... Hey, did you go to our bar? Shut the fuck up and watch the game. This is not a community area to just conversate. This is not your McDonald's coffee session.
It's like the water cooler for the boomers now.
Just go somewhere else. Give up your season tickets. That's why I love going to road Steeler games, because those are the real fans. You know what I mean? Those are the fans that go crazy, that get loud, and everybody's like, "Man, Taylor, get her out of here." They didn't shit on the park. The parking lots were pretty clean.
I know, it wasn't like a Kenny Chesney concert. Maybe they want that. You need to come in and tear it up and say something conservative and yeehaw, where's the trucks?
Yeah, Brandon. Whatever, man. Like, people like music. If you like Taylor Swift, bro, I sing some of her songs. Do I necessarily like her? No. Do I respect her? Yeah. I don't know. I just don't understand why people are upset about it.
Isn't she single? I think she just broke up with her
boyfriend. Maybe that's my next. You know what? She's like 7'2".
Is she really that tall?
I mean, no. She's probably 6 foot tall.
I didn't think she was that tall.
Let's see.
I don't know. She's up there with high heels and boots.
How tall is Taylor?
Oh, you should have shot your chance.
Swift.
Shot your shot. Shot your chance.
She's 5'11". There's no chance. No.
No chance.
There's no chance. And you know what? Just because she doesn't want to date me, my playlist when I go home is going to be Joe Jonas, Harry Styles, John Mayer, and every other guy that fucking dumped her. Those are my guys now. I'm on that team.
Should make a playlist of just that music.
I do think she's beautiful, though.
Yeah, she's cute.
She looks like a deer.
Yeah,
she does, because she's got those eyes where it's just brown.
Okay, so now you're
you
into
don't see
deer
the white.
and
you don't see the white in her eyes.
Oh, okay.
Like, she's got wide eyes, and I just see brown. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't even know if there's pupils. It's just brown.
Yeah, she's the little eyes. Got the little eyes.
Pretty girl.
Pretty girl.
Pretty girl. Did you go?
No, the only experience I had was walking to the studio, and for some reason, the whole city smells like shit. And I don't know if it was from her or the arts festival, but I'm not kidding. There was a thing of fries every 10 steps on the way to the studio. Mm-hmm. It's all over town.
It's probably the art festivals going on, because those people are poor. They're not?
No, it's a different demo than Swifties, I have to admit.
Yeah, one has admission. The other one doesn't. Which one do you think left fucking trash all over the city? You know what was funny? Acroshore said, they were like, hey, if you don't have tickets, don't come to North Shore. Hey, suck my dick, dude. I paid for that stadium.
I mean, they were trying. Who knows how many people the message might have pushed away, but we're talking minuscule.
I think I think it did, though, in a sense where the North Shore after the Taylor Swift concerts on Friday and Saturday were dead. McFadden's was a ghost town. I was convinced it was going to be Yeehaw Cowboy Hats nonstop.
Yeah.
I think everybody went to Tequila Cowboy and that was it. You know what I mean? Just because
if
it was
you
the
were
same
coming
vibe,
in, you were only
it was already
Swifties.
right there.
Yeah.
And I think you got to remember, most of her demographic, and this is no disrespect, a lot of little girls were going to the concerts. So if you're bringing your little sister, you're bringing your daughter, you can't really sneak them in. This isn't the Tilted Kilt in 2005 where you can just have them hop the railing.
Wouldn't that be awesome, though, after the concert, like, everyone just lost their mind and there's just kids, like, in
drinking
all those bars and stuff like that. They just, like, yeah, Swifties, woo.
What do you think if you like what if you were to give your daughter her first alcoholic drink right now? What would you give her and why?
Give her something she wouldn't like so she wouldn't drink anymore.
Oh, you're smart. Whiskey. Some kind of just make her sick.
Yeah, but just even a beer, even like a crappy beer would just, I think, even be worse. Mm-hmm. You know, because it'd be like, I'm supposed to drink this?
Oh, yeah, because you see everybody drinking beer. Mm-hmm, I'll never forget the first time I drank beer.
I thought it was disgusting.
I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? This is awful. Beer sucks.
It was really terrible.
First time I ever drank alcohol, actually, is another Super Bowl story. It was the Steelers Super Bowl Steelers Super Bowl against the Cowboys. 95 season, January 26th. I know. My godmother, rest in peace, was awesome. She gave me a shot of something called Aftershock, which at the time was pretty much Fireball.
Yes.
There was the red one, and then the Avalanche was the blue one. I think the blue one came out later. She gave me a shot of that. And I don't think I was drunk, but that was the first time I ever had alcohol. And I actually liked it, and that was what was scary. Because it was like cinnamon.
It was like
I was,
candy.
Oh, it's kind of good, yeah. It's kind of like that cool feeling.
Yeah.
Like the first time you smoke crack. I'm just kidding. I've never smoked crack. But like it was like,
yeah, but that feeling is after you take it, you breathe
and you're
it like
you
a
did
cough mint.
something. Yeah, exactly. It was a liquid cough mint. Yeah.
Did you think all alcohol kind of had that feeling then after that?
I was like, I'm gonna get the chills every time I drank. Do you remember the first time you were drunk?
A little bit, yes. Yes, I think.
Do you have any like stories behind it?
No, I think I was just a little scared at first.
Okay.
Like, as in, like, we were going to get in trouble. I was going to get sick. Am I going to be like this forever?
Yeah.
Like, that was like, oh my God, I'm just like this now. I'm stupid.
Okay, so I'll tell you the first time I got drunk. I was going into 11th grade, and I think it was 11th grade, summer, and we had a bar at my house. I used to live in a really big house. We had a really big bar, and there was a big bottle of Sky vodka. Because Sky always had the bottle that was like bigger than every other bottle, the big blue bottle.
Yeah.
And I had my two friends over. My two friends, like, they started drinking earlier that school year, like before. And I was like, I don't think I want to do this. You know what I mean? I don't want to get in trouble. And then it was summertime. I really was. I was always worried about what my mom thought.
Okay.
And I was like, fuck it, let's drink, right? So we drink the whole bottle between the three of us. Just shot after shot after shot after shot. And we're just doing Gatorade as chasers because we don't know any better. And we just keep going, right? Because Gatorade is all we had. And
it's probably not bad, though, to be honest.
Absolutely fucking annihilated. I was drunk until we were up till 6:30 in the morning. I lived off of a highway off of 19 in North Hills. And I remember my buddy walking down my porch steps, and he fell through a step. Like, he fell, and then his ass fell, and it broke my step. And I was laughing so hard, and we were playing football on the highway. Me and my two buddies. I had those. Do you remember the helmet jersey kit as a kid you would get?
Helmet jersey kit?
Like, you get a little plastic helmet you'd wear.
Okay, yeah,
so my dad traveled on the road a lot for work, and every city he went to, I had one of these. So we were all different teams, and we were playing.
Okay, that's cool. Actually.
Yeah, we were playing football on the street with no football, just pretty much smear the guy without without the ball, and we were just crushing each other. And the cops didn't even hesitate to think we were drunk when they drove by because we were 15, 16-year-old idiots. Like, that's just what you did. Jackass was popular at the time, whatever. And then I remember going upstairs, and we finally go to bed at like 7:30, and my window, I remember the sun was pissing me off, and my curtain wouldn't close. And I was like, fuck this. And I just, thinking this would stop the sun, I punched the glass window and just broke the glass window. Which all that did was cut my hand open and exposed more sunlight to my spare Ninja Turtles guest room bedroom for my buddy. So now we had to fill up, vodka, you fill it up with water.
Yeah.
You put it back.
Of course.
We're like, there's no way we're ever going to get this vodka back. We don't know anybody.
And we're never getting caught, ever.
And you know what? We need a good story for this window. What happened to the window? Do you know what story us three idiots came up with?
I mean, was it something throwing a rock? Anything like that?
Somebody in a red Honda Civic threw a ruler. Like a measuring ruler at the window and broke it.
A tape ruler, so it has a little weight to it.
Nope.
No.
Just
like a little wooden ruler.
Little 2x4 ruler. 12 inches.
How old are you in this story?
16 and smashed. This was my sweet 16, pretty much. And I remember telling my dad all of this, and my dad goes, no joke, he's like, you're fucking retarded. That's what he said to me. He's like, I know you drank all the vodka. I know you punched it. Your hand's still bleeding. You're grounded. And my parents never grounded me, so I was off being grounded like in a week. But that was my first time drinking. And I remember after that, I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And I started drinking every weekend after
And that was it. And
that was it.
Hooked.
I was like, oh, this is so much fun.
I do remember when I first started drinking, and once we had like a somewhat of a party atmosphere, and I'm not talking like crazy, just enough of us and playing cards. I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing this every weekend. Any chance I get, I want to be smashed. It's way too much fun.
What? Yeah, and also like what was harder for me is that when I was 16, I remember hanging out with people older than me, and they had drugs in front of me. And I would never do them. I was like uncomfortable. I'd go in the other room and see that stuff. The only drug I ever tried in high school was a thing called Whippets.
Oh my God. I've never tried it at all.
Which is probably, other than heroin, the worst drug you could possibly do.
Yeah, not good.
But you assume, well, it's in a balloon, so it can't hurt me, right? They legally sell it, so it can't hurt me. Not knowing that it like gets rid of 10% of your brain cells every time you do a Whippet. And all I remember, I remember the whole night. Because when you do Whippets, the way that we were doing them is we'd fill up the balloon. We would have somebody hold your legs up upside down.
Okay.
You would suck. And then for like 30 seconds, you'd just be, all like zoned out. And I was like, this is pretty fun, right? Let's keep doing this. And
Forever.
we ran out of Whippets. So my buddy drives, because he was older, he was 18. We went to the porn store on McKnight. They have cartridges. I guess there's like some sexual whipped cream thing that they use for the cartridges to do. So we were like, yeah, so we did Whippets the whole night. I come back from getting Whippets, and there's two girls. They were over the age of 18. They were shirtless, making out. And that's when I realized drugs are stupid. Because I missed this whole thing.
You missed the whole...
Because I was sucking hot air balloons. I was like, I'm not doing drugs ever again. And then I never did Whippets ever again.
The closest thing I did to Whippets was the pass out game, I feel like. I don't know if that's the same.
How did that work? Didn't you like push on your chest?
All that stuff I don't think was ever necessary. It was just a thing to do because I've always just did it by myself, and it was just and then just push all the blood and hard into your head, and you're out for a few seconds. That's all I had to do. I never had a push on someone. No one ever.
Has anyone ever died from that?
Maybe. I don't know. I've never heard of anyone dying from that. I just remember your teeth kind of go numb, and even though you're out for like 0.001 seconds, it feels like you're kind of out for eternity.
It's like being in a submarine.
Yeah.
Fucking losers.
What happened? I really...
Who cares?
I barely looked it up, and I was like, oh, rich people got wrecked. They were trying to look for Titanic, and they got lost. They took a wrong left turn, I guess, underwater. How's that work?
Did they not see the movie? Did they not know how the movie ended up? What I want to know is this, okay? And I'm not people rich. The biggest problem rich people have is they don't know what to do with their money. They get to a point where it's like, well, what else can I do? So there's like a billionaire father or son. I think they're Pakistani, but they live in Britain, and they're on this with 3 other people, and they went down to go see the Titanic, and it's not funny, but it's hysterical because the sense of irony that's going on right now on their social media is so funny to me. So this group is called Ocean Gate.
Okay.
Ocean Gate Expeditions. And the last 2 posts they post before going out is a photo of them about to go under the water, and it says, despite being in the middle of the North Atlantic, we have the internet connection we need to make our Titanic dive operations a success. Thank you, Starlink. You sure? That meme. You sure about that?
You sure about that?
About that? We went to comment Starlink. I didn't do fucking shit.
It's literally Elon,
Hysterical. Then the other one is these 2 fucking like the other photo that they post, and we'll put it on the podcast. The other photo they post are 2 people sitting on a couch, and all I can think of is Step Brothers, when they're like research and development, because they're just looking at a laptop. Look, and then it says the wreck of the Titanic lies 400 miles off the coast of Newfoundland. Without any cell towers in the middle of the ocean, we are relying on Starlink to provide the communications we require throughout this year's 2023 Titanic expedition. Well, hey man, the Dell laptop you got from 1998 didn't fucking help you. You're all dead. Now you're with Jack, Rose, the rest of them. See ya.
What are you doing? Just trying to picture, like, what is the GPS? Like, go up. You're having issues? Go up.
Yeah. Where am I? I'm waiting for a sign. I think there's a bathroom break coming up.
Rerouting route. Rerouting route.
What I think really happened is they just lost the internet. Because I think they probably got so low to where the submarine was fucking up.
Yeah, and you really couldn't understand maybe what was up or down.
And then well, no, I mean, you just go up.
Well, I do think you can get confused. Like, it's not, I guess you're thinking, oh, wait, boy, you're going to be, like, standing straight up.
Isn't there a button that's just where you rise?
Yeah, I would think so. Some kind of button where, like, yeah, it makes you go up. But I don't know. Once you get so low, there's different buoyancies in the ocean where it's not just like, oh, let's just go straight up. You need to have...
You know what would be cool?
Science.
Is if they end up dead next to the Titanic. And then Starlink has an ocean expedition where you can see the Titanic and the dead submarine people. All for the low price of $2 billion. Okay, so let me ask you, like, if I just said for free, hey, dude, you want to go see the Titanic? For free, what would you say?
I mean, I would ask some questions, like, how are we doing it and stuff.
Yeah.
But
who's the last group that's done it? Oh, we haven't done it. We haven't tried it in 40 years. What makes you so confident? We have Starlink.
I thought it was a thing that they go down there every once in a while. It wasn't like...
No, you can't fucking go the whole way down. That's why there's a movie about it.
The movie is about the ship that wrecked. It's not about going and finding it.
And they go down there to see it.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, I guess you're right.
And then the cunt tosses the necklace into the fucking water.
Yeah, you're right.
They're looking for treasure.
Yeah, they're treasure hunters. I forgot about that part.
And this fucking bitch throws it with the ocean because it should be with the ocean.
But you know who actually has the record of going the deepest in the ocean?
Your mom. I don't know.
What the fuck is James Cameron?
Like, actually?
Yeah.
Why?
Because same reason. I was bored of rich people. And that's why he was, like, into Avatar. Because he wanted to figure out, I want to see how the ocean really is. And then he spent the most money. And he got the deepest than anyone ever.
And he hasn't seen the Titanic?
Well, he didn't go to that. I think you can go deeper than Titanic in other spots. There's deeper places. Man.
I get fucking nervous just jumping into water and my feet not touching immediately when I jump. Don't you?
I guess.
Dude, I went to, like, this is a perfect example. So I went to Mexico last week. I was in Mexico last week. And when we went to Mexico, at the hotel, there's always a travel kiosk where they want to give you ideas of things to do. And I was like, yeah, let's do it, And I was like, what are the options? They're like, there's an island that's 45 minutes away. It's a day trip. You'll drink on the boat, all you can drink, and there's like donuts and shit. And then when you land on the island, you get a free buffet. Then you can roam around the city or the island for 4 hours, and then we take you back. And I was like, okay, cool. They're like, it's your snorkeling, which I didn't know the difference. Snorkeling is you have the straw.
Okay.
So you're just like floating, looking down.
You're on the top.
Right? And then scuba is the full gear with those dead idiots.
Well, they're in some kind of machine. But
well,
yeah.
they're in hell now, so that's where they're at. Good luck. So I'm like, oh, this will be great. And I was like, what are and they always have different types of packages. They go, what's your best package? They're like, the exclusive one is there's only 16 people. We're going to take you on a 16-person boat ride across to the island. And I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it. So we get on it, and like at the time of booking it, we were the only ones on it. And I was like, oh, cool. What we have the boat to ourselves?
Yeah, maybe a private trip.
That's so cool. We have all these. So we get on. We get on. We get picked up at the hotel, and we're in a shuttle, and it's 16 other people. It only holds 16 people, and so we had to sit up front in the shuttle. And I go, "Are you guys all going on the Victoria?" And they were like, "Yeah." I go, "Okay. You guys all know each other?" They're like, "Yeah." It was a black family reunion.
One whole family.
A whole family of 16. And me and Rachel. So I'm trying to like make jokes out of it.
Yeah.
And I go to her, like we're on the front of the van, and I go, "You know we're the only ones snorkeling, right?" She's like, "Man, shut the fuck up. What is wrong with you?" I was like, "I'm just saying, the last time we all did a boat trip together, we were the bad guys. So they might not be comfortable with us intruding on their fucking vacation." And she's like, "Shut the fuck up. Stop it." Because already in 30 seconds into this van, I made two historical things.
Two historical notions.
We get on, and they bring up everything they're gonna do. He's like, "All right, raise your hands if you're snorkeling." Me and Rachel were like, and the dude goes, "Oh, you crazy motherfuckers, aren't you?" And I was like, "We don't have to snorkel. We can just ride the." So
this is the standard. I thought this was the standard.
I thought
package.
that's why we did it.
Yeah.
I thought we all wanted to snorkel, not just ride a boat. So the guy's like, "Well, if you're the only two that want to snorkel, then we're not snorkeling." I was like, "What's that?" And like, two white people on a boat, we can't be the Karens. Like, we can't say shit. You just got to go with it. Okay, then that's fine. I don't even like swimming. Weather's bad. You know, I'm in the fucking Caribbean.
Yeah,
perfect weather.
Can you imagine them all
what am I gonna
over?
say? Yeah, just looking over at me like pussy. So like, I'm like, "What do we do?" He's like, "So what we'll do instead of snorkeling is we'll take you somewhere where you can swim." I was like, "Are you gonna take me back to my resort?" Because we were beachside. We could have just swam there. We'd have to get on a boat. He's no, we'll put you in the actual ocean where you can jump deep. So we're about like 15 feet. We're like, we jumped and I swam to the bottom. I touched the bottom, unlike those fucking losers in the submarine. I got to the bottom, got to the top. And but it was so funny because like we had a good time and they had fun and we all had a good time. But it was so funny how like we were the only two that were swimming, but then on the boat ride back, the cha-cha slide was on, the Cupid shuffle, and we were the only two not dancing on the boat. So you win some, you lose some. You know what I mean? You guys got to dance. That was cool. I don't know. I can't dance. She doesn't know how to dance, and but we swam. But dude, like, it was so fucking funny. Because they bullied us into not doing what we paid for.
Yeah, I know. That's the funny part. Like, you're sold on this, like, adventure.
I wanted to snorkel and see the fish because, like, dude, like, when you just jump, you can't open your eyes in that water. It burns your eyes.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Nope, fuck you. You get nothing, loser."
Yeah. Like, you signed up to have all this extra gear and stuff. Like, no, we're just going to toss you over.
Yeah.
You're like surprised you came back and they've been gone.
Yeah, it's like I could have done this at my resort.
Did anything else happen in Mexico? Was that the big
I couldn't
story?
leave Mexico.
Oh, is that not good though, I guess?
So we extended our trip for 2 days. I couldn't leave. So listen, so we found that the Hilton had an all-inclusive hotel, and I get deals at the Hilton. So after the 5 days, we spent 2 more days at the Hilton. and I got a good discount. It was a good deal. It was fine. But then here's the problem. We go to leave. We fly out of Cancun. We get to Charlotte. We landed in Charlotte on time, but we were taxied for 30 minutes. We still got to go through customs when we land. We go through customs. There's 4 out of the 16 windows open. So I get out of customs and I say, hey, man, American Airlines. I go, hey, what are the odds that I'm going to make my flight? He's like, I would do it. He's like, sorry, there was a bullseye in Cancun. He was like, give us your bags and just run to the gate and you'll get on. So I run full speed. He's like,
full speed,
dude, sprinting like Dumb and Dumber.
Are you ahead of Rachel or behind Rachel?
So she's TSA, pre-TSA. I'm not. He said, just go. They'll let you go through. I got through TSA. They didn't let me go through. So then I had to go through another route. I'm running. I was 2 minutes short. So I was like, fuck. And they didn't wait for me. They went. I talked to them. They said it wasn't their fault. It's my fault. How's it my fault? You booked your flight to your other flight, and everybody missed it. Not just me. Everybody missed it. Whose fault is it? So they're like, well, you got to stay in Charlotte. Our next flight isn't until 7 in the morning. Okay, cool. So then 7 a.m., I go, what about a hotel? You guys going to take care of a hotel? No. Book a hotel. Here's a website for a discount. It was 10% off. Every hotel was like $180. Luckily, she had a friend in Charlotte, so we stayed with her. We didn't get that. We didn't get reimbursed for the Uber. Nothing. We go back to the airport. Charlotte's airport has CDE at their checkpoint for American. They were all closed except for C. So no matter where you were going, you had to go through C now. I got there 2.5 hours before my fucking flight. By the time I got to TSA,
anxiety already.
By the time I got to TSA, as soon as we started boarding. My thing scans, hers doesn't.
Oh my God.
I go, why is hers not? Oh, because your plane tickets are for yesterday's flight. I go, what do you mean? They reprinted the flight that we fucking missed. So now we can't leave. And now I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah.
I'm snapping. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? What is going on? Then they're like, well, we can't let you get through until we talk to somebody from American. I go, figure it the fuck out, right? So 15 minutes go by as they're boarding. They only board for 20 minutes and then you're gone. So eventually they're like, you know what, just go. Just go. You guys figure it out. So I put my bag, my not checked bag, through the thing. I have a sombrero attached to it because when you stroll it, you're not going to wear the sombrero after the trip. You wear it on your way to the trip. He's like, it can't go in like that. I was like, then you take it, fuck face. And I took it and I threw the sombrero at his fucking face. And they're like, he's like, you're going to have to calm down before you get on a plane. I was like, you're going to have to suck my dick before you think you're getting my fucking way. I go, I was stuck in Charlotte because of you motherfuckers. I go, I'm going the fuck home. And then as I walked by, I said, get the fuck out of my face. And I went through. So by the way,
I thought someone was going to stop you. I was waiting for security in front of you.
So if you're worried about TSA, they're not going to do shit. They make $12 an hour. You're welcome, ISIS. Just get a good flight,
I think this is a good time to take a quick break and talk about the show. This is the Matt Light Podcast. We're live from Pittsburgh. We got Matt Light. You can check him out at Matt Light Comedy, right? Is that still everywhere, Matt Light Comedy?
No.
You get the Matt Light
Matt Light Comedy
now?
Is only on Instagram. Everything else is Matt Light.
So why can't you get the Instagram tag? Have you tried?
From Matt Light?
Yeah, who is it?
There's a guy who hasn't posted in 8 years. I've offered him $50. He never responded.
$50.
He had 3 followers, and they don't follow him anymore. I can't get him. But you have one. It's at The Beardy Boy.
Yeah, I'm thinking of changing that soon.
I would. Well, because you're 40 and you're not a boy, and you have a
yet.
mustache. So it's 2 things. It's like if you made your username The Attractive Guy. You know what I mean?
I'm changing it to that now.
Yeah. But if you like our podcast, this is the media network. It is the pitts.company. That's right. We put the in company on this podcast. We have endless amounts of funny, interactive, informative content for the city of Pittsburgh, by the city of Pittsburgh, and actually all around. You can find us at www.thepitts.company. And this is all brought to you by the Gateway.media. Wow, it's a lot of dots. The Gateway.media, that's where everything is made right here in-house at this studio that we're going to lose in probably 3 weeks.
Yeah, the internet got turned off today, so...
That's why we're not live.
Every time I keep saying that, though, then I'm here for like another year, so...
You are Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not fucking leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving. That's what it feels like. I'm cleaning out the cockroaches literally out of the woman's bathroom. It's pretty. I'm not kidding, man. Have
You're
you
calling
seen them?
Comcast for...
Yeah.
They're like, sir, we'll give you a hotspot. No. Oh, my God. You had something about dating I saw.
Oh, if you want to talk about that real quick, I just saw some videos about going on a first date. And I wanted to know, like, what are your stipulations? Like, how does a first date go for you? Do you pay for everything? Do you have the woman pay for everything? What is the standard?
All right, so I think about the first date. And first of all, I'm not a dating guy anymore. It's not that I'm not romantic. Mm-hmm. I just don't want to go on dates anymore. I know like they're like chivalry is dead. It's dead because we don't need to go on dates anymore. There's so many other ways to communicate. There's so many other ways to do stuff. You don't have to go out and fucking do the dinner, the movies, the things like that, and pay for everything. You can talk to somebody literally online on your phone at your expense whenever you want. I don't date, dude. Like, to me, it's like if I've never used the social media apps to get laid or anything. I feel like if I did, though, I would skip the date and just come over.
Yeah. I think I've done that a lot. At least the first few times I've met people, it's not been like a first date.
Yeah, like why risk overdrafting my account for a hand job? And it's like, even if you do like the first date, here's the thing about the first date. You never want to go to dinner.
Yeah, I know. I realize
because you're not fucking. They're bloated afterwards.
And plus,
they're
eating
full.
in front of somebody.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's too intimate. Honestly, having sex is less intimate than eating food with somebody.
It's so true.
Because I'm like, am I chewing too loud? Is my napkin on the right kneecap? Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
It's like if you really want to know right away, just order wings on a first date.
Yeah. And if she can suck the bone dry, check please. Come on, let's go.
If she can tolerate still looking at you as you're eating wings, I think.
Well, and it's hard too when you have a beard because it gets in your shit no matter
it's
what
in
you
everything.
eat. I will say this though, and as a gentleman, I pay for the first. I pay the first one. Yeah, I mean, a couple drinks, whatever. What are you gonna spend $100? Mm-hmm. Whatever.
Do you feel like it kind of needs to happen? Because I think some women expect it.
So I think that sets the tone of your expectations to what you want it to be, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm paying for things, I'm letting you know that, like, hey, I'm interested. I'm not telling you, hey, you have to be interested in me. I'm just saying, hey, I got the drinks, like, but you don't bring it up. You bring, like, if you bring it up, it's almost like, hey, I got this round, you get the next one. If you just pay for it, like you act like you're supposed to, I think it makes more sense.
I have always assumed and acted like I'm gonna pay no matter what, and then if she intervenes at the check, and it's a great way to get a second date. I would go, you can get the next time, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like basically saying, you want to go out with me, then you can pay again.
Right, and then you go somewhere more expensive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But actually, one of my first good date was she actually immediately paid for everything. Like, she was ahead of the game, was expecting the same thought process, beat me to it.
Yeah.
and everything. She did ask me out on that date, so it did kind of work out that way. But
I think in a relationship, it should be 50-50.
do you think women should assume, and if they don't, it's like, because I still like I hear that still.
Here's what I think. I think when a woman expects them to pay for it, and when they don't pay for it, they know what effort they're gonna put into it. Does that make sense?
A little bit.
If a girl has to pay for her dinner, I think it's a good thing for her because it's less pressure.
Yes.
She doesn't feel like, oh, he thinks I'm gonna put out, right? Because she's paying for it. Also, she gets to kind of dictate how the conversation goes after that. But counterpoint to the shitty girls, the gold digging girls, some of them just go out with guys to go to a Penguins game or go out for dinner or they just go do all these things just because they're like, hey, I'm guaranteed going out with this guy so that I can get a good dinner and a good thing.
Free meal, free entertainment.
And I'm not interested, but he's a cool guy. That's fine. Tell me that beforehand, because guess what? I'm not fucking paying.
The worst thing that's ever happened to me was I met someone at a party, added them to social media, asked them out on a date. She said yes. When I went to pick her up, she brought a roommate with her.
Really?
I think I left in the middle of the date.
You know what? Sure. I've done that before. It doesn't have to always be bad.
I mean, it very much felt like she last minute, like, I don't want to go. Like,
you know what I think it is? Is she just wanted to feel safe.
Yeah, at the time, but I remember it went bad. Like, it was real quick. I bailed on that date.
So
what's that fucking supposed to mean?
It's you.
That means nothing. I was totally fine with dating.
You're too busy trying to fuck a mouse. You didn't want her. You wanted to fuck a mouse.
You were talking about deer in a positive manner earlier, so
I don't know.
No.
Dating, I don't know. I don't like dating. I truly believe I'm not going to get married.
I feel like marriage right now, it only works if it's like for a reason, like if I want to take your income and your assets and combine it with my income and assets.
I just see so many cheating pieces of shit.
Yeah, I see that a lot.
It's disgusting. Mm-hmm. And I'm at the point where it's like, no. Because people that I know that cheat, I never would expected them to be cheaters.
It's like the married couples that you see on the with the perfect houses and the silver fridges.
Happily taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, happily taken other dick. And he don't know.
Like crazy.
Dude, it's nuts. Like,
a lot, so much.
Dude, it's so bad. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'll probably be single forever. And I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I honestly am. Like, because I thought for the longest time I needed that.
You just need to get laid. Are you getting laid?
No.
I think he's lying.
I'm not.
I think he's lying.
No.
You just came from Mexico.
Yeah, and we're not together. So what does that tell you?
I'm just saying, you didn't say we're together or not.
Right.
Well, that's a sad story there.
It's good. It's okay,
Matt
though.
Light.
I don't need it.
Okay.
I got my hand.
You're right. Porn's really good lately.
Yeah, and why don't you double-click your mouse? I know how much you love that.
Oh, good one. Good one.
So, yeah, I mean, sex is great. Coming is great. But let me ask you another question, though. Like, we're going to get gross here.
Because we haven't yet.
If you were to do power rankings of releasing things from your body.
Okay.
Cum is the Tom Brady of liquids.
That come out of your body.
Like, coming
the
is...
experience of.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that feels the best, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. Then there's 3 other ones that I want you to, like, break down for me. What you think. Rank them 3, 2, 1, right? Mm-hmm. A good pee, a good shit, or a nice puke.
But no bloodletting.
And we'll even add a little fart.
Okay.
To it.
All right. But no bloodletting. That's not a thing. No
blood?
No cutting down the...
No Warped Tour. Just because we're going to use this for a TikTok reel. I think this is a good one.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Pointing it right out.
So, power rank your 3 best releases that aren't cum. Puke, shit, piss.
All right, so we're going to go from my worst at 3, okay? And I'm going to put puke, because usually if I'm puking, that's not a good thing happening. Even though it could feel better afterwards.
Right, what if you were sick and
Yeah.
you had a headache and that might help you? You're hungover, you got to get the food out.
Like, it could be good. Like, it could be a good experience, but like, it still hurts, and I fucked up at some point, whatever. Pissing, slightly better, you know, because I think there's a relief to it that it's like, oh, I just feel good, and I'm not like necessarily sick.
What about like an all-nighter, though, where like you should have peed before you went to bed, but you were too tired to get up and do it, and then you wake up and you get that pee? And you're not hard. That's a good pee.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good pee.
But you put out there, if I'm hard, and ever since getting sick years ago, it does not. I wake up with a massive erection.
Yeah.
All times of the night.
Yeah.
So it is a struggle in the middle of the night to get this done. I actually might want to put that to 3 because now I think about it.
Okay.
Yeah. But number 1, best relief is fucking taking a dump.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable most of the time. Like when you're not having issues. It's like it's a good reading time.
Here's my counterpoint, though.
What's up?
When have you ever had a bad piss?
I have.
Like, what, like a burning? Like a
burning,
STD?
Not necessarily STD, but like dehydrated.
Okay, but like there's moments when you have a shit where you don't want to have that shit. A piss you always want to have. A shit you might not always want to have. Right? As far as feeling good, a nice shit is number 1. But when you go to the responsibilities of it, the convenience of a piss, way better than shitting, right? Also, let's say you get that big, great shit out of your way. What type of formation are we looking at here? Do we have like the Play-Doh? Are we working with Nutella? Like, what are you pissing out of your ass?
I think you gotta lean towards Nutella. I mean, you don't want to be so hard.
That's never-ending wipes, though, man. And then you don't know if you're gonna have to do it again. Having to shit can ruin your whole day. Having to piss, you'll figure it out. You'll pee in the corner of a bar if you need to. My dad got thrown out of Rivers Casino for pissing his pants at the Spiral Bar. You just don't get thrown out when you shit your pants. Like, I shit my pants one time at Longhorn on my 30th birthday. I thought I had a little puffy fart, you know, the big air farts, and it was just shit. And I got up, went to the bathroom, came back. My girlfriend at the time goes, "You shit yourself." I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You left your phone. You're always on your phone. You shit your pants." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And I go back to eating my food. She's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I go, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You're just going to eat like nothing happened?" I go, "Oh, sorry, I got to stop eating because I shit my pants here."
Anyone does this, I just see what's his face from Netflix. What's his name again? Not Jim. Tim.
Yeah.
What meme is that now?
So what are you going with then? What is the best then?
I think it's still the shit because when you take a good dump, you can get work done. Like you can actually like have like an epiphany.
Right, but peeing like you're very anxious, you can't really focus.
Peeing, it's like I just got to get this. I have something to do. Like shitting, it's like no, I am shitting, and this is like scheduled.
So
shit
what are you
time.
putting? So you still have 3.
I still think I'm going number 1 top best experience of relieving is taking a shit. Number 2, I still put is pissing, even though all the things. And 3 is barfing.
Yeah.
So. Is that how you're going to rank? It sounds like you might rank
it's my turn.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So throwing up for me is a big problem. The biggest problem for me throwing up, when I throw up, I have raccoon eyes. I break blood vessels in my eyes and all around my face. And it takes literally about 8 to 9 days.
Yeah.
For me to get rid of that. Okay, so that's a problem. So I hate throwing up just for that reason. 2, throwing up really doesn't relieve much for me anyways. Because I've come to the point where, like, usually when I drink, I know I'm going to feel like shit anyways. This throw up is not going to do much. Honestly, pooping I think helps. It hurts my head, but I think it makes my hangover better than
Pooping hurts your head.
I get a headache pooping.
Okay, not just from being
When
having a hangover.
when I'm hungover.
Okay.
Not just in general, no. so vomit is 3, just because there's nothing cool about that. Nobody watched vomit videos, right? Pissing and shitting, I'm kind of torn with these because, like I said, peeing is one of those things where if you're at a sporting event, when you have to pee, you have to pee. And the order you get, the harder it is to hold that because you want to watch the event, you got to pee, you might miss something. Shitting, you kind of know ahead of the game where you're at, right? Like, you know what you got to do. So I think, like, for an inconvenience, shitting is the most inconvenient. Only because when you really have to go, you know more likely than not, this is not going to be a one-time thing for the night, right?
Yeah.
So you're only like just breaking the water balloon for a second to get a quick ass splash, wipe, and you hope that you can like go another couple of hours before having to go to the bathroom again so that they think you're just going back to pee. Because if you go back to the bathroom within 10 minutes, they know you have a poopy butt. And that's not good. So I will go puking, shitting, pissing. I think peeing's the best.
Okay.
I think peeing's the best.
I'm happy we figured that out. That was very great information to let our audience know.
Right.
So comment below. I don't know. Can't comment below on podcasts.
The last thing I want to ask you about a blowjob. What?
Okay.
Other than the taste, what's your favorite part? I'm just kidding.
You want to talk real quick sports? Sports?
We could do a little bit.
You brought up something about the Pirates jersey.
So I'm pissed off about it because, like, this photo leaked recently of the Pirates City Connect jersey. There's 6 teams in the major. I'm sorry. There's 6 teams in Major League Baseball that got a City Connect jersey this year. And what they are is jerseys that represent your city that might not necessarily represent the team. So, like, Boston has, like, a Boston Marathon. Oh, wait, no, that's not. I didn't mean to say that. Jesus. Otherwise, they just have blood marks.
Oh, my God.
I meant the Subway. Because their jerseys are, like, blue and yellow. I think, like, their Subway or something like that. Jesus, I can't. The other one is, like, Seattle Mariners. Are just, like, they got, like, that fucking trident thing because of the water and things like that. The Pirates apparently leaked out. That's not it.
That's not it. All right.
It is a yellow jersey that says PGH.
Oh. That means Pittsburgh, right?
With nothing else but PGH. And it's in like a very robotic font. And I'm like, what are you doing? Paying homage to CMU? Like, big fucking, what? This is what you came up with?
It's like one of the shirts you find down at the strip.
Dude, it literally looks like a Strip District t-shirt. This has to just be a random t-shirt because over the last week, the Pirates have been teasing videos. They had that guy, Girl Talk, who's a DJ, and he was like, yeah, you know, this is what represents the city, yada, 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 yada. And then they brought up the guy that does tours at Carey Furnace, and he was like, yeah, well, the steel mill industry, this and that. This is Blue Collar, this is Pittsburgh, the bridges. Then they did another video today that I didn't watch. Because at this point, I just comment, cool, show us the fucking jersey. If you did all this social media stuff for a yellow jersey that says PGH, I hope they never win a fucking game ever again.
Are you sure that's it, though?
No, because what I did see is I saw a photo shoot leaked video. It was a screenshot of them all wearing that jersey. And I almost think that the Pirates are trolling us right now.
Yeah.
To where they know that's not a real jersey. That's because there's way too much hype.
That's how media is for everything.
This game's in 3 days. The game's in 3 days. And we don't know what it looks like. It can't be that. Or maybe it was that.
The one that I showed?
The one that I showed you.
Okay,
and they were like, fuck. Everybody hates this.
That would be way more awesome, to be honest.
But that's what happens now. Like, look at Sonic. When they made Sonic,
I know.
He was so weird looking. They made him normal. When shit leaks, it's better because we have time to process and be like, yo, that fucking sucks.
I think it's true what happens. It's all about the hype, and they're making all the videos about the hype. No one really knows what the shirt is, and they finally throw out the shirt, and everyone's going, wait a second, is that actually
what does that have to do with... Is that Free Shirt Friday?
Yeah, they're like,
is that coming out of the hot dog gun? Because I'm not wearing that. Listen, I love the Pirates. If that jersey is a yellow PGH on June 23rd or whatever, I'm not throwing out my first pitch this year. You're
gonna boycott the Pirates yourself.
I will throw it at the fucking Parrot. No, I'll do the first pitch. I'll still do it.
You would totally still do it.
I know. All right, I'm done.
Yeah.
Because Steelers, whatever, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Tomlin, that speech about, you got to be motivated. Shut up.
The new standard. Standard.
That's awesome. Make the playoffs. I don't care. This was episode 39. I thought it was a good one.
That was good.
I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat. Let's go get Permanis.
Permanis.
Go Steelers.